So earlier we discussed the possibility that the Democratic Party would not push the Republican Party to go nuclear on the American Health Care Act. And one of the reasons or the justifications for this possibility was that it would allow the Democratic Party to get a bipartisan effort in the sanctions against Russia. And so the Senate is currently gearing up to pass a bipartisan deal to punish Russia and restrict, not only punish Russia, but to restrict Donald Trump's ability to ease those sanctions. Senators in both parties have urged Trump to avoid, quote, leveling any veto threat on the Russian sanction deals that's on track for passage on tomorrow. Essentially, this is something that the Republicans and the Democrats have agreed because of the varying positions that the Republican Party has with regard to Russia. And what I mean by that is that the Republican Party is not in lockstep with regard to Donald Trump's vision and relationship that he wants to cultivate with Russia. Republicans, even though they are in line with Donald Trump on a lot of things, you have some hawkish Republicans like John McCain and Lindsey Graham who are all for the sanctions against Russia. And so this represents a potential divide and potentially a veto-proof divide with the House, the Senate Republicans and the President of the United States. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said on today that the agreement to get tough on Russia would ultimately shut off communications with Moscow, and that he wants to keep that open for now. He said, quote, what we would like is the flexibility to turn that heat up when we sense that our efforts are failing to secure greater cooperation from Russia on anti-terrorism efforts. So in other words, he's saying we're willing to do these sanctions, but not yet. Congressional Republicans, Senate Republicans are saying, no, we want to do them now, and we want to do them in a fashion that Donald Trump would not be able to veto, or we are issuing a statement now saying that Donald Trump, you should not put the threat of a veto in front of this vote that's going to go down tomorrow. Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Bob Corker, he essentially dismissed what Secretary of State Rex Tillerson had to say. And he said, quote, I wouldn't give my support to a bill that I hadn't already gone through in detail. And essentially he's saying that despite Rex Tillerson's concerns with the bill, his position and his position on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee is that this bill is necessary. These sanctions are necessary to punish Russia. So we'll see how this plays out, because the possibility of Donald Trump vetoing it or levying a threat over this is very real. And this represents a unique divide between the Republican Party. Now, to be sure, the Republicans are divided on a lot of issues, but this is one that has some of the furthest reaches implications because of the investigation that is going on with Donald Trump, his campaign, and allegations of Russian meddling in the campaign.